Good night. We begin with a press conference for the national team for Jamaica, the coach Heimir Hallgrímsson. So if you have a question, you can answer your hands.
Coach, two competitive games in charge, and I'm sure you have mixed feelings. The first one was, head twice in the Azteca against Mexico, and today, conceding from a winning position. So in isolation, two pretty good results against the two top teams in CONCACAF. But do you see it that way, or do you see it more as like a missed opportunity?
It's on? I know. Well, I think looking at it after the match, it's kind of two lost points. You feel that way when you have the victory. In retrospect, I think, though, a draw was fair. So we cannot complain. We said before the match that a point would be a good result for us. A first game in a competition like this, it is important you don't lose, because then the second match is going to be a do-or-die match. So, yeah, the feeling is two lost points now. But in fairness, I think both in Mexico and this one, even though we could have and should have maybe won, a draw is a fair result. And I have to give, and I want to give US credit. There was a lot of energy in their team. I think that was where they had the upper hand. They are in season, young, energetic team. A lot of our players are coming from a break from their season. So I knew this game would be tricky. But I'm really glad we came out of it without injuries. And I know we will grow as we go in the competition. So I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy in the end. Tomorrow, I think I will be more happy than now.
More questions?
Hey, Coach John Arnold with ESPN. Wanted to ask about Gray. You mentioned before the game you weren't going to tell us if he was going to start or not. He gets to start, contributes almost immediately. What did you see from him in the few training sessions that he had that made you think he'd be a good player to put in the starting lineup? And you have to imagine as well that the chemistry will only grow from here.
Yeah, exactly. And that is what we thought. We put him in. We can always take him off if he wouldn't fit in. But we have watched him a long time, talked to him, so he knew what we wanted, and we knew what kind of a player he is. So I think in the end it was no risk playing him. But I think everybody can see as well that he will give us a lot. He gives us an extra dimension, kind of a similar player to Leon Bailey. So I think it just adds to our quality and our options, or as well as quality.
More questions?
Robert Williams, IRFM Jamaica. Coach, how disappointed are you, though, based on last couple of games? You're in the driver's seat and then concede and not coming out victorious.
No, it doesn't matter what happened in the past, and it doesn't matter what happened in friendlies. When you come to a tournament, you would like to win, and of course it hurts you to concede in the last minutes. Because I think in the second half we played the defense better than we did in the first half. So we were more like a unit, defended together with the better movements in defense. US had more of the ball, but we were okay with that because there were openings that we were going to use. But I think overall football is about momentum. We started the game really well, created some good chances, scored a goal early in the game, got a penalty on the 30th minute or something. And, we with 2-0, the game would have been totally different. Instead, there was always this one goal, and you start slowly to protect that 1-0 advantage. And like I said, probably it was more energy at this stage in the tournament in the US team than us. But we will for sure grow in that area as the tournament goes on. So I'm not worried. I knew this game would be yeah, to have US in the first game was always going to be tricky, but especially if you think about the energy. Sorry, I didn't even. Your answer was how disappointed I am. Of course, I am. It was so close. Of course, you're disappointed when it's so close. But I respect US. They are the top-ranked team in the nation, and the history between these teams is totally different. I think they have like 80% wins against 20% from us.
One more question, Coach. You would have had your game plan coming into this match. How effective you thought your game plan was going up to 90 minutes?
I think it worked really well in the first half. So we wanted to go at them in the beginning, just to switch on. So we did that. We had some good pressing moments. We won the ball high up on the pitch. We created some good chances. The negative side of doing that, we were a little bit open, and Blakey did two good saves in the first half. Just because we tried to push really high and there were spaces behind us. So there's always risks when you have a game plan, but this was our game plan, to start really high and then just see what happens. And after scoring, it kind of becomes automatic, especially because we didn't get that 2-0 goal. People start to be a little bit more defensive minded. But I think we will learn from this game. I think we will grow from this game for sure. Like has been said, the players are just coming in. So I think both as a team and fitness-wise as well, I think we will grow as the tournament progresses.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay, moving to the Zoom questions. Jose Armando Rodriguez, you can make your question.
Thank you, Coach. I wanted to have two questions for you. The first one is on do you think you sent a message out there with the performance that you're here to compete to the rest of the CONCACAF region? And second, I want to ask you about Kevon Lambert, player for USL Championship here, Phoenix Rising. What did you see from him playing at this level? Thank you.
No, it's you, the press, that would make the headlines. We're not sending a message. We're just coming here to try to do our best to improve. Our journey has a kind of a point in 2026. So we are going to improve until 2026. And you often say that success is not the destination. Hopefully, we will continue to grow after 2026, because success is a journey without a destination. So it's just continuing to improve. Kevon, yeah, I know what he can do. What he did better this game than I have seen him before was he was more aggressive. Started slowly, a little bit too casual. We talked before halftime. He improved as the game progressed. So I'm really happy with Kevon, like he played today. So yeah, big up for him, like they say in Jamaica.
Andrew Jones, you can make your question.
Thank you very much. Coach, you worked with Hannes Adolfson when you were coaching Iceland, and how good he was as a goalkeeper for you. Now you have Andre Blake as your goalkeeper, and how once again he was brilliant tonight with his saves. And just talk about your time working with Andre and just how you feel, he is as a keeper, where he could play in the Premier League or any league in the world. Your thoughts on working with Andre Blake?
Yeah, I think he is first and foremost a good person, so and a fantastic personality. As a player, as a professional, spot on. He's demanding, both on himself and on his teammates, and it's good to have players like that around us that will push the other guys around. As a technical goalkeeper, I think he showed today how really good he is at reading the game, running out, stopping the shots before they almost happen. Quick reaction. So he did yeah, I think he did probably 3 brilliant saves today. So I cannot compliment him enough. And like I said, what I admire the most is his personality and his professionalism.
Daniel Weller, can you make your question?
Yes, Coach. Daniel Will from the Glino. Wanted to find out from you. Do you feel that the changes that he made later down in the second half, do you feel that he may have been regretting could have made them a little bit earlier, given the problems that he had, especially with the USA pressing, and also if there you mentioned, and also the second question to that, you mentioned about the red flags in terms of defense coming into the tournament from the pre-camp in Austria. Given that you said that the defensive performance was better in the second half, do you feel that those red flags have subsided a little going into the games against Trinidad and St. Kitts?
Yeah, if I start on the defense, I never see defense as the back four, the team defense as a unit, and I would like that. So I think what made it a good defensive performance today was that not only the defenders were playing good, but also the team in front of them, how we closed certain spaces and made it difficult for US to create and play through us. So I think in that sense we shifted quicker, we pressed quicker, we anticipated the pass better in the second half than we did in the first half. And I think we will, and I hope we will improve, because we need to improve these things going forward. And the flags you were talking about, I mentioned in the games prior, were not individually. It was not pointed to the individuals in defense. It was defending as a unit and as a whole. Regarding the changes, we needed to change Amari, and we knew Antonio needed to come off. So yeah, it was always a risky thing to do the changes so early, because there was some tired legs. You don't want to finish all the 3 changes or the windows when there's 10-15 minutes left and you have some tired legs on the pitch, and you don't want to play one man down against US. So we try to be in constant communication with the players, if they are okay, if they could play on, etc. When the game stopped. But we're looking back, and during the game we were talking about doing the changes, but it was risky to do the last change too early, because of there were too many tired legs on the pitch. So we wanted to do the double or a triple change when needed.
William Hathaway, you can make your question, please.
Yes, hi. My name is William Hathaway. I'm a Local Talk Weekly in North New Jersey. Coach, good evening. I want to know, what was your strategy going into the game, and what changes did you make in the second half? And did you think the United States played a defensive game in the second half?
No, coming into the game, the plan was to respect the point that we had in the beginning. So I cannot be unhappy now, even though we conceded in the end. So just to respect that was our plan. Like I said before, we wanted to start pressing high and start on the front foot. And then we scored this goal, and then we started to protect it too much. So I'm repeating myself a little bit. Changes in the second half, just emphasizing to do the things, especially defensive movements, quicker, to play more on the ground, because I thought we hurt them when we played on the ground, and when we played it quick on the ground, we hurt them more than the long balls. So we talked about playing quicker on the ground, not play it up in the air. So just tweaks here and there. So that was the halftime talk.
Thank you so much for the time. Just finished the press conference. And good night, everybody.